People assume that outsmarting 90% of the room requires a massive IQ or a photographic memory. In reality, intelligence is a matter of how you filter information and process stress using a few specific mental protocols. By the end of this video, we are going to build a customized one-week habit mastery plan and a daily tracking log to hardwire these exact protocols into your brain. Open a notes app or grab a physical pen and paper. We are going to build this system together right now. Watching another video won't rewire your habits. Physically writing these steps down and actively participating is the mechanism that turns passive consumption into actual cognitive change. Let's lay out the framework. There are 5 specific habits that separate proactive thinkers from people who constantly react to their environment. First, don't fight to be right. Ask questions instead. Second, zoom out to see the big picture. Write those down. Third, only worry about variables you can actually change. Fourth, use quiet as a deliberate tool. And fifth, pause instead of reacting immediately. These 5 practices provide a systematic way to process chaos. They allow you to take a high-stress situation and break it down into clean, manageable data points. Look at this diagram. When most people face a perceived failure, like bombing a test or facing a sharp rejection, their perspective locks on to that single bad event. To fix this, you have to mentally zoom the camera out. Step back and look at the broader timeline. That rejection is neutral information. It tells you that your study habits need an adjustment, or your approach needs tweaking. Next, you have to map your controllables. This Venn diagram separates internal effort from external noise. On the left are things you control, like effort and actions. On the right are external stressors, like the weather or opinions. If you stress over whether it rains, you burn out. You have no leverage over external variables. Filtering your daily stressors through this lens preserves your mental energy. It lets you direct your focus onto solving the actual puzzle in front of you, rather than panicking over the individual pieces. Now, let's address social interactions. For this, we use a daily exercise known as the 3-second rule. When someone disagrees with you, your instinct is probably to defend your position. Override that instinct. Do not argue. Instead, ask them, "Help me understand why you think that." Then you apply the mandatory action. You count to 3 in total silence before you speak again. That intentional silence is powerful. It diffuses the other person's defensive posture. They feel heard, and when you finally do speak, your response carries significantly more weight and authority. On your paper, quickly list a few of your personal stress triggers. These are the daily friction points that set you off: getting power off in traffic, reading a mean comment, or dealing with a rude coworker. Here is the exact physical protocol for handling those triggers the moment they happen. Close your mouth and take 1 deep breath. While you take that breath, ask yourself 2 internal questions. First, is this actually worth getting upset about? And second, what is the most helpful way I can respond to this right now? Inserting a deliberate pause between an external trigger and your response keeps you in control while others are reacting on impulse. Let's assemble your plan. Draw out this exact reaction pause log on your paper. You'll need 4 columns: the date, the trigger event, a yes or no for did I pause, and your healthy response. Now for the cardinal rule of the one-week plan. Look at the 5 habits we wrote down earlier. You must select and circle only one of those habits to focus on for the next 7 days. Do not try to implement all 5 at once. Attempting to overhaul your entire personality overnight guarantees failure. Singular focus is mandatory here. Here is your daily maintenance protocol. Spend exactly 2 minutes every evening filling out your log. Document the stress events of the day and note how you handled them to build self-awareness. Building this physical tracker converts a vague desire to improve into a measurable daily system. Look at your notes. You now have a concrete, actionable plan sitting right in front of you. That puts you ahead of almost everyone else watching. For your immediate next step, place that log on your nightstand tonight. Tomorrow morning, you begin tracking. As you practice your chosen habit, you will start noticing a steady drop in your daily stress levels. You'll also see a shift in how people treat you. Peers will start seeking out your advice because you stay calm when they panic. Drop a comment below right now and tell me which of the 5 habits you circled. And hit that subscribe button to join a community of people who are actively building better mental frameworks. Intelligence is a skill built one chosen